In the last 4 hours, I moved the arowana, drained his tank, saved all of his plants, cleaned the tank up as best I could to get it ready to move. But before we move it, we've got to build the filter for it. I have this spare 75. I'm going to use it on this as a filter, but I might want to reclaim this 75 at one point, and I don't want to deal with silicone baffles or anything like that. I want to simply be able to take everything out of it, use it as a fish tank, and upgrade the sump at any point. We're going to start with some sponge filters, or some 50 ppi sponge that I got on Temu. 1.5 inch by 24 inch by 20 inch sponge. Expensive. If I buy this locally, I'm looking at around $25, $35. I got a pack of 2 for $3. I'm going to be abundantly honest with this. I never pay for a lot of the things I get on Temu. I have an affiliate account, which means that I get promo codes and stuff, and you always get like $100 off or first order free or something like that. But what I do is I go under my wife's name and I use my affiliate codes and order a lot of stuff for free. I'm going to leave my code in the description below. If it doesn't work for you and you already have Temu, delete the app and reinstall it. I got to do it every time I do my orders. Look, it only takes a week to get to me, and I'm paying $2 for a piece versus, 25. It's 10 times cheaper for the same thing. What do I need this for, though? Well, I don't want to have to glue anything. I don't want to have to spend time waiting for anything to cure. Again, I want to be able to reclaim this tank at some point, right? Plus, I need everything to be ready to go same day. Move the fish, drain the tank, move the tank, replumb it, build the filter, move the fish, escape the tank, the list goes on and on. And originally I was thinking, well, I'm going to cut this sponge and create like some sort of a notch or baffles to hold this in place. And then I saw, well, it's sitting in place just like this, all on its own. Water's going to come in through this side, and it has to go through 50 ppi foam. Look at the surface area on that, absolutely enormous. And then I'm going to pack this area with nothing but biological media. The pump will go into here, all the way over into this compartment, meaning that the water has to come through all of this sponge, go through all of this media, and then go through another sponge, and finally get returned to the tank. So we're going to have a massive amount of not only biological filtration, but obviously mechanical filtration with that sponge as well. So I decided what I would do is get the filter completely up and running prior to showing it to you, so you can actually see how everything's going to work. Now initially I was going to do something completely different with this layout, but I decided to change it once the tank was up and running. My main goal was to make sure that all of the bacteria on the biological media actually survive. Now, ignore all the messes on the floor. I'm still getting a lot done out here. I'll clean up the cables, etc. It's not incredibly important. What is how does this actually work? I'm using a pump that's pumping around 3,000 gallons an hour up to the main aquarium. And yes, the aquarium is completely finished. I just got to edit all the videos for you guys. As water fills in the main tank, it's going to drain through this main PVC pipe here that's draining back into there. That's a standpipe, or, well, technically a straight standpipe with a ball valve attached to it, slightly closed to slow down that 3,000 gallons an hour and let the Durso pick up the rest. And the Durso's just right here. That's just a small drip, and what that does is it makes sure that there's no sucking or gurgling noises. After it goes through 1.5 inch 50 ppi sponge, and I could just remove the tops and pull that out at any time. Actually, this even comes off. So I can just pull the sponge out, rinse it when needed, or simply replace it with a fresh one or whatever. But it also serves as biological. It's going to go through a massive tower, a bacteria house. All of this is cycled as well. From there, it's got to go through another 2 inch or 1.5 inch sponge. Heck, that might be 2 inch. I'd have to look at the packaging. From there, we've got some egg crates, just some plastic egg crate here, and then 20 gallons of fluidized media being fluidized by a simple small aquarium pump, probably doing like 300-400 gallons an hour, something like that. After that, it's got to go through more sponge. Now, the reason we're using the egg crate is because it can bang off of that and not get sucked to it. I found initially when testing this sump that I couldn't do that. It would just ball up kind of like it is right here. So I'm just going to have to adjust the pump and where it's all pumping. From there, goes through this sponge again. So we're going through, what, 6 inches of sponge almost, and then goes and returns to the tank like that. 75-gallon aquarium using no tools. And if I ever want to upgrade this and use this as an actual fish tank, I don't have to remove baffles or anything like that. And because it's a fully submerged sump, I also don't have to worry about channeling the water or telling it where to go with types of baffles. It's full contact. Water's always going to travel the path of least resistance, so it's going to go through this incredibly even. Absolutely phenomenal sump, incredibly powerful, especially for a 75-gallon. You might be wondering, why isn't it filled to the top? And that's a simple answer. When the power goes out, I need about 3 or 4 inches for that the drainage from the main aquarium to get into here. I also added a little light so that we can see it at any time, do our maintenance on it, and that sort of thing. Now, the reason why I want to be able to reclaim this is because, well, everybody wants to reclaim a sump at some point. And I've got a 180 right over here. That was previously a sump, and look at it. I've got a lot of work to do. I started to remove all of the silicone, but no matter what, I'm going to have to take another razor blade to it and whatnot, because this, I've got it up on concrete blocks right now, but I'm going to have to build something a little different because it's so the floor here is so uneven that it's down about 2 inches on that side, and that's just too much. So I've got to raise it up, but I can't raise it up on the cinder blocks because those are individual cinder blocks that travel throughout the whole base. I'm going to build a platform for it, and then I could adjust the platform while staying on the cinder blocks. And above this is 275s here. This was white. I painted it black, removed all the plants. But don't worry, everything's going to look absolutely insane in due time. And check this out. We can even see the sump on this side. But I got to get this done next. Get this tank up and running because I got a bunch of fish ordered coming in on quarantine. And then I want the 75s up and running so I can put the Oscars and other fish around here to grow them out for the 700. This entire system is going to be fish just for the 700. And I can't wait to get that up and running. I should have that done in the next couple of videos. But right now we've got to move the aquarium itself next. Let's do that. Before I move the tank, I've got to cut this section out so that all the plumbing supplies can fit. I bolted this to the studs of the wall using 9 bolts, which will stop it from being able to move because on a bunch of bricks that aren't cemented together, it's basically Jenga. So when the tank goes all the way back, it's going to hit this trim. This is what was stopping it. Acrylic tanks flex a little bit, and if there was a screw back there, well, that wouldn't end well. I mean, I don't think I can get better than this. Got about a ½ inch of clearance behind there, maybe a ¼ inch. We did it. Oh. And in the next video, we're going to scape it, plumb it, fill it up, get the tank running. Maybe even put the fish in it. But if you want to see any of that, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I have a lot to clean up over here. Look at this. What a mess. I'll figure it out. And in the next video, we're going to scape the tank, fill it up, move the fish over to it, have an overview of how everything is working and how it's been. Ran into some minor issues, plus we have to make that stand actually look good. And trust me, it's going to look amazing. If you want to see any of that, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video, probably like a day or two.